You are listening to Season 2 of Reality Check Podcast with your host, Matthew Smith. Hello everyone and welcome back to another season of Reality Check with me, Matt Smith, as your host. This episode, I'm not going to be concentrating on a particular topic as such. This is more of a one-to-one interview with a guest of mine. Now again, at the time of recording this, coronavirus has taken its toll on the world, so this episode is taking place over the phone. Now, social media is something that's ever-changing. People are eligible content creators, writers, journalists and reporters, all at the touch of a button on a phone. See, now I'm not too clued up about social media or how to create decent content or anything like that, but I am joined today by one gentleman who surely knows more about it than me. He is the creator of the hit YouTube and Facebook show Does It Fry, Dazza. How are you, Dazza? How are you coping with all this coronavirus?
Do you know what? I'm actually quite fighting that.
Yeah?
I thought I'd be caught once, but do you know what? See, just sitting in the house, not having to talk to anybody, it's brilliant.
That's my life normally.
I've been self-isolating for years.
Yeah. No, I thank you again. I thank you very much for being here today to help me out. I want to start with a little introduction, and it's a chance for you to just give me and the people listening some background on yourself, as well as some background on your YouTube channel, as well as your success with Does It Fry.
So basically, Does It Fry was literally just a random idea. So we were sitting. It was me and my pal. We were sitting in the living room, and it just randomly came to my head, and like, I wonder if a Big Mac would deep fry. like you can go to a chippy and get things deep fried. Like I thought, I wonder if you could take a Big Mac to a chippy. And then I was like, nah, like there must be an easier way of doing this than having to go to a chippy, ask the guy to deep fry it, pay maybe a wee bit extra. So then I was like, I'm just going to try this myself and see what happens. And then my pal was like, well, why don't we just film it and like make it into like a series, or even just see if it'll work as a series.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. Let's try that.
Wow.
So I've done a series on. It was called BBC The Social. And
Okay.
the series was called Get Battered, and it was me going about different chippies in Scotland, reviewing the chippies.
Wow,
So
okay.
I would go and get a fish and chips,
Yeah.
and then like a speciality item, which would usually be something pickled, so it'd be horrible. And then I'd jump out. It'd usually be like a seaside town, so
Right.
I'd jump out to like somewhere like Largs or Oban or somewhere like that. Get a fish and chips, try it, review it, and then so that series done really well on the BBC. The most viewed episode, I think it was just over 1.5 million.
Wow.
So we wanted to do a series that would work just as well, but for our own audience. So like we did have the Dazza page,
Yeah.
but we really utilised it. So like I would, for the first episode of Get Battered, I was replying to people like through my personal profile.
Right. Okay.
So, all over the place were adding me, and it was a weird situation. I was like, nah. So I made the Dazza page, but again, I just never used it.
Wow.
And then when we Does It Fry, I was like, you know what, we're going to use this page and just see what happens.
Yeah, blimey. Was there anything, obviously, besides your mate saying, let's just do it, was there a real urge for you to do it before then? Just to drop anything and everything into a deep fat fryer?
It's always that thing. It's just kind of in the back of your head, like being like, I wonder if that will deep fry.
Yeah.
But it's never really. I think it was literally just in that moment where I was like, do you know what? Let's try it. We'll just see what happens.
Bit of an epiphany, really, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a bit like so that on that day. That was so the first episode actually went out in like 10th of October.
Wow.
But we didn't film it until like, a few weeks before that. We didn't really know how to frame it, how to format it, like anything like that. We took a while to kind of think it through, because any other idea that I've tried, we've just kind of jumped right into it and thrown it out, and it's not really clicked as well.
Mm.
I think that's the reason why it's done so well, is because we've actually thought about it and like been like, right, we'll format it, we'll do an intro, we'll have title cards, and then it'll go into what's getting deep fried, like all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Instead of, here's a video, watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Is there something that you still want to do with your YouTube channel or the show Does It Fry that you still haven't done yet, or perhaps a person you would like to work with on that show?
Do you know? I think. See, when we first started, I think the way I'm looking at it is that this will be the second year
Right.
that it's been alive.
Yeah.
So we're just like setting it up, like just kind of making sure that people liked it,
Right.
like at the stage that it was at. But then, so we've tried special guests. Like every so often, we'll get somebody to come on, and usually the episode will do really, really well. And they're the most kind of fun to film because it's usually another voice to bounce after. Like, because obviously there's Daniel and Omar.
Yeah.
And they two just get annoying after a while. so it's always good to have somebody new and kind of fresh. But
you can feed off their humour as well. You can
they've seen the video, but they don't really know what it's like until they're doing it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think so. This year, honestly, it's one of my goals actually. It's 100% to get Lewis Capaldi.
He's almost down to earth so much that I think he would probably do it. I feel like he wouldn't turn it down and be sort of snobby about it. I honestly think that he could. Lewis Capaldi, of all the people, must have seen it, and I think if you were to ask him, it would be great. It would be fantastic.
I think it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
So we actually had his brother on it was a couple of weeks ago. We actually had him in the newspapers in Scotland went wild for it.
Wow.
It was a wee bit annoying though as well at the same time because the newspapers obviously to get a line, their line would be Lewis Capaldi's brother.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, hasn't got his own identity, sort of thing. Yeah.
Whereas like Anthony's he's an actor. He's trying to kind of push himself out there as this is Anthony Capaldi.
Yeah. I'm not. I've got my own name, sort of thing. Yeah.
Aye. Like it might be Lewis's brother, but he's also quite a good actor. So like it's quite annoying for him, but at the same time, it's still quite good to get his name out. Like unrealistic people that I'd really like to kill. By far, Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So as recent as yesterday, your own personal Instagram page has posted 508 times. You've got over 13,000 followers, and your feed is a goldmine for entertainment. Your YouTube channel has over 10,000 subscribers and has posted 108 videos as of yesterday. How did you go about building that following and getting both your YouTube channel and your shows and your social media to where they are today?
The thing that we started with first is that we always had to our first thought was right, but we'll build the Facebook page first, and then we'll push the people on the Facebook page to the Instagram page.
Mm-hmm.
We'll push we don't really push the YouTube. The YouTube is just naturally grown.
Mm-hmm.
Like something that still kind of blows us away is the fact that we never talk about YouTube on Facebook, which that's where we've got the most following, and for some reason we've got over 10,000 subscribers. We've no idea. With Facebook, that's a lot easier to get people to like it because it's a simple click of the button.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you want to watch my stuff, click one button, that's you're done.
Yeah.
Whereas with Instagram, it's slightly harder because obviously you need to post either good pictures, like really nice looking pictures, or funny pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we kind of blend in both because then Omar's a photographer and then I'm an idiot. We post
perfect. It's a perfect mixture, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, we both. So, and then I think as well with YouTube, I think that's probably the hardest place to try and keep a subscriber because if you, I mean, it's the same with anybody. If you're watching a YouTube video, you're there to stay. Like you're there to watch a 10-minute video. Like nobody's going to use you to watch a 3-minute video unless it's a movie trailer.
Yeah, that's a good point.
To try and convince somebody to click subscribe to then every single Sunday watch a 10-minute video, I think is the hardest.
Yeah.
So I think how we try and pitch the YouTube is, you can watch. But basically, there's 3 ways of watching Does It Fry. There's the first way is Facebook, which is the most common. It's a 3-minute episode. You can consume it in literally less than 5 minutes. Or you can watch the finished product straight away as a picture. You don't even need to watch the full thing on Instagram. You can just look at the picture.
Yeah, that's true.
And then on YouTube, if you want to watch an extended, kind of 10-minute, full banter version, then
full banter version, yeah.
then it's available, so you can watch it if you want.
Yeah, I suppose there's more options for people who are either on the go all the time and haven't got time to watch it, or now you must have You've recorded a hell of a lot of Does It Fry videos over the months and years, but is there one food that you've deep fried which you could class as your favourite fry?
So I done a Facebook Live last night actually, and somebody asked me this
Oh
question.
yeah?
I had to think about it. I really did, because I used to have an answer. It used to be it was the McDonald's Big Mac for a while,
Oh wow.
and then we done the Five Guys episode.
Oh yeah.
Like that, honestly, see the hot dog that you can get for Five Guys.
Yeah.
It was that, but like deep fried with bacon, cheese inside it. Oh my god!
So Five Guys is your choice of burger. That's the place you go, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Five
I mean,
Guys.
it's not my bank's choice of burger, but it is by far my choice of burger. It's amazing.
Yeah. So something slightly different. If you could film a YouTube video with any other content creator on YouTube, it could be local, could be worldwide, who would they be, and what kind of video would you produce?
So I would say there's a guy that I always watch. He's no huge on YouTube, but
Okay.
he's no small either. So he's done quite a few videos where he basically gets scammed in the videos. Obviously, he doesn't fully get scammed, but he'll like follow through the scam.
Oh right, he'll let himself get scammed to a point. Okay, yeah.
Aye, so he can show people like what the scam is. The guy's name is Pleasant Green on YouTube, and see the way that he frames his videos. They're amazing. Like, so see, he'll start with the tiniest thing. So he's got a whole series called Undercover with an Indian Scammer, and it's one guy in India who literally just made the video.
Yeah.
And it was about one tiny wee scam, and he was trying to get his social security number. He turned that whole scam into like a full series that constantly gets like hundreds of thousands of views, like every single time, and it releases it. And the series has been on the go for 6 months. So it's like one story. So it's this guy in India who tried to scam this Pleasant Green guy, but then this Pleasant Green guy was trying to figure out like why he was scamming people. So he like got his real name, he got his real address, he phoned them for real. And this guy in India was like, "Oh, yeah, I work in a call center. Like, if you can take down the call center if you like phone these people," and it turned into this big elaborate story.
Whoa.
Real life lawyers got involved, like private investigators got involved. Like, it was chaos. It's absolute chaos.
Jesus.
But, like, so like they kind of videos. See,
Yeah.
like
Proper stories. Yeah.
See, we need to spend like time.
Yeah.
Like
Perfect time now, isn't it?
Exactly.
Wow.
But like, it's the ones where you need to. Like, you can't just turn on a camera and start filming. You need to kind of like script it and actually like put it down on paper and like, right, well, this is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to go. Kind of videos I'd love to do.
So onto the actual sort of production of your videos now. It's a nice segue. Is there a piece of kit within your equipment that you could maybe not do your work without, or something or someone that would hinder your progress without them?
Obviously, going with the coronavirus nonsense, stuff that's happening just now, we're all being told that we can't leave our house, we're all in lockdown. So obviously we did pre-film quite a lot of episodes, but we're now coming to the end of that pre-filming stage, and we don't have anything left. A couple of days ago, it was Wednesday, I think it was. We done a self-isolation episode.
Yeah.
So I'm filming on my phone, and then I had Omar and Daniel on Skype on my laptop.
Nice.
So like we've some. We thought originally. So if you'd asked me maybe like 2 months ago, is there a piece of kit that I wouldn't be able to work with, then I'd say, well, a camera, obviously, but a camera guy, because it's because of the constantly changing times. Like, we don't even need a camera guy anymore. I could be the camera guy. I could be the editor. I can also do the things that's in the video. Like, I can be the presenter of it.
Yeah.
And then like all we need is Omar and Daniel to just sit in their own houses on their own laptops. I think now we don't need. I don't think anything could actually hinder it. And well, no, I'm lying. An internet connection. That would.
Yeah, that's true.
I think probably the only thing would be an internet router. I think that's the only thing that can stop it all working.
Shit, that's a smart answer. I should have rephrased that question. That's a decent answer. So into the main section of the episode now. You're on YouTube, and I want to get your take on the biggest YouTubers on the site right now. I don't know what your knowledge is like, but I'm going to get your opinion on whether or not some of these YouTubers will be a hit or a miss in 2020. Are you clued up with YouTubers?
I know these people.
Yeah, that is. Here we go. So, Dude Perfect. They originally started with just basketball trick shot videos, but now they're one of the most popular YouTube channels in the world and the second most popular sport one. So, Dude Perfect, will they have a hit or miss this year?
I think every single year they're going to have a hit. I think they're absolute geniuses.
Yeah.
Like, they literally just started with throwing things at other things. Like, that's their whole channel. That is amazing. And it's the fact that they've turned into, like, literally, like, they are making millions.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy. Like, I think obviously eventually they're going to need to start thinking, right, well, what is the next thing here?
Yeah.
Which they kind of have already been getting, because they started with tiny, simple videos and now they're massive. So,
Yeah.
but again, like that, it comes back to the stuff that we're doing as well. So, like, with Does It Fry stuff, it needs to then change every kind of couple of months, I would say, at least. It can't just be the same thing. I think it's going to be the same with them, but this year definitely, I think, hit.
Yeah, okie dokie. 5 Minute Crafts is a DIY channel that covers a whole range of subjects. It originally started in 2016, but it's gone from strength to strength since, and is the most subscribed to channel of its type.
I think, again, this will never be a miss.
People are always craving this.
It's always... Now, on YouTube, I don't usually watch these videos. It will maybe be on Facebook.
Yeah.
Say that channel. But see on YouTube, I just can't watch the videos on YouTube. I hate watching them on YouTube.
Well, the big long 10 minute long ones, and the ones that are doing like 20 different crafts.
But it's weird though, because it'll be the exact same video and it's not been edited any differently on Facebook. But see, when you scroll down when you're watching on Facebook Watch and you see it's 10 minutes long, you're like, I've got 10 minutes. That's fine.
I think it's maybe it's just because of the sort of YouTube has got more steps. I think you sort of touched on it there. You just scroll and it's there. You haven't got to search for it. It's just there, and you go, I'm actually in the mood to watch this.
No, definitely.
PewDiePie, by far the most famous YouTuber in the world, in part thanks to a number of controversies and his rivalry with another channel, T-Series. He's also one of the highest earners on the platform. So PewDiePie, hit or miss this year?
Do you know what? I don't have an answer for that. I really don't. So I used to be quite a big PewDiePie fan.
Yeah.
Like, I would watch every single one of his videos. Like,
yep, same here. Yeah.
As soon as it came out, I would always watch it, and then like the PewDiePie versus T-Series was just like I loved it. I thought it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the funniest things that's ever kind of happened revolving around him. But see, I think Felix can be cancelled really, really quickly. I think.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't really know why, but it's literally, was it Logan Paul literally filmed a dead person, and somehow that made his channel bigger. I feel like if that was PewDiePie, it would kill his channel instantly. I feel like people are quite happy to read a video, to read an article, and it says, "Oh, PewDiePie's a racist," and straight away, instantly they'll go, "Aye, PewDiePie's a racist," without following it up in any way. Whereas they'll see Logan Paul film somebody dead on a tree,
yeah,
and they'll go, "Ah, don't be silly. That's nonsense. Don't be daft."
I know.
So I think sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss.
Yeah, I think I don't know what I'm similar to you in the way that I've always loved PewDiePie. I've loved his content and just the character that he is. I think it's sort of dry humour, and I think it works very well. I think he promoted a highly anti-Semitic channel by recommending a video with a racial slur or something, and there were article after article saying that he was racist, he was this, he was that. And the same went for Logan Paul. All these articles did come out of him filming the dead person in the suicide forest in Japan or something. And but the articles came and they went just as quickly as they came.
Yep, but with PewDiePie, it still kicks a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. People are still digging it up. Yeah, absolutely.
With PewDiePie as well, I think he's really like kind of Marmite. Like people will
yeah.
either want him. Like, so I don't mind him. I think he's hilarious. Whereas my girlfriend cannot stand him. Like, whenever I go to watch him, where he comes on, the first thing she'll say is, "Oh, do I watch this?" All he does is scream. That's his content.
Yeah, that's it. That's what's made him. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? I think because obviously, like you say, he's Marmite. People will like him, but that's with anything. I think, isn't it? That's with if I was to make a YouTube channel tomorrow, people would think I'm great, and they'll go, "Yeah, I like watching this guy." But people would probably think, "Nah, this guy's a knob. I can't stand this guy." So number 4 is Mr. Beast. While many other 21-year-old videos are absurd stunts, like him counting to 10,000 in one day or punking his friends, he's actually made a name for himself by giving most of his uploads a charitable leaning or coming up with challenges to give back. So Mr. Beast, is he going to be a hit or a miss this year?
So I'm calling it now, right? I think by the end of this year, his channel won't be as successful as what it is just now.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Mr. Beast, I think he reminds me of Netflix's business model. So Netflix's business model is literally just in 2020 we will spend $4 billion making the best TV shows and we'll get everybody signed up. We won't worry about the debt, but we'll spend all this money and we'll make the most mental TV show that you can think of, and we'll spend $4 billion on it.
Don't ask any questions about it. We're just going to do it.
I think Mr. Beast is going to get so big. He's going to get I think possibly by halfway through this year, he's going to get as big just as PewDiePie. I think he's going to do something completely wild that's going to catch proper media attention.
Yeah.
And then at that point, he's not going to be able to keep up with his crazy things. Like, I think most recently he's doing a 70 grand hide and seek challenge. He's hiding 70 grand somewhere, and then the person that finds it will open it. Like, you can't keep that up every single video. Like,
does he get his money from? Just sheer sponsorship, or?
So it'll be sponsorships and then YouTube as well. So so just obviously say he's given away, for one of them it was 10 grand he gave away in one video.
Wow.
He gave 10 grand to a Twitch streamer. So say he gives away 10 grand and you get 10 million views on that, straight away he's making his 10 grand back and he's making a lot of money on top of that back. But the bigger he gets, the more money he's going to give away.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a point where he's going to be like, he's going to have the same mind frame as Netflix. It's like, oh well, it's cool, we'll give away $1 billion this year, and then hopefully we'll make it back next year.
Yeah.
So I'm saying miss.
Wow. Well, hey, if it happens, we'll come back to this episode and we'll highlight it. We'll go, no, Darren said it first. See. So the last one, it's one of your choice. Is there a content creator out there who you know or you think is going to have a good 2020?
I spent honestly a good 10 minutes trying to think about somebody, and then I came to the conclusion at the very end. I was like, well, me, obviously.
Yeah, that's the response. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Why not big yourself?
Exactly. Hopefully me.
Yeah, good answer. Great answer. So we're coming towards the end of the episode now. So to lighten things up a little bit, we've been talking a lot about YouTube. We're going to play a totally original game of mine. Some YouTubers are flying high and are absolutely flying with their subscriber numbers. So this is a totally original game with a made-up name made by me. It's called Does It Fly? There you go. I didn't get this from anyone, especially not you. I'll ask you to rate some foods that perhaps you've tried or you haven't tried. You can tell me whether they are a fly or a die. Okay? You ready to do this, yeah? Okay. Number one, guacamole.
That's nah. See, right, I've got a life rule.
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
Right, so my life rule is if it's green, it doesn't go in me. Right?
Okay.
So
be careful.
There's a couple of exceptions, right? And the exceptions are only included if it's in something else. So, for example, lettuce, right? Yeah. Lettuce can be eaten as long as it's in a burger. It's then used.
Okay.
Because if you're just eating guacamole itself, you are probably a murderer.
By the spoonful, just guacamole.
So guacamole, overrated.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough. Big Mac sauce.
I'll tell you straight up, overrated.
Okay, I would tend to agree with you. I don't feel like you taste a lot of it anyway. I feel like it's just in there for the sake of it, and they're just calling it Big Mac sauce because it's in a burger.
Do you know what is completely underrated though?
Go on then.
Big Tasty sauce.
Big Tasty sauce? Do you know I've never had a Big Tasty?
Oh well, that's where you're going right. I swear to God, as soon as they bring back the Big Tasty, you need to get in there and just order everything plain and just get the sauce. Honestly, it'll change your life.
Okay, Big Tasty sauce. I'll be trying that when I get out of this after 3 months. Number 3, Brussels sprouts.
I mean, they're green, man, so...
I'm going to take your answer as an overrated. Okay. Don't even need to talk about them. Let's just move on. Bacon.
Oh, speaking my language.
Yeah, here we go.
You can honestly, right now, think about this, right? Think about it.
Okay.
You can have bacon with anything.
Cornflakes.
You could put bits of bacon in it.
Oh, I don't know, Darren. I don't know, mate.
You could. But you see, no, but think about it, right? See with Brussels sprouts,
yeah.
You can't have that with anything. But bacon, you could have it with anything. It might not taste nice, but you could have it with anything.
I feel like I might have seen bacon wrapped Brussels sprouts before. And I'm being dead serious.
No.
You're ruining it.
Right, next one.
Yeah. don't talk about it. Cereal. A nice conservative cereal, Darren.
Well, do you know? It depends what cereal.
Okay.
Because
Frosties.
Then, I mean, if we're talking Frosties,
Yeah, we'll go Frosties.
I mean, get them in my bowl and put some milk in that bowl. Then I'm going for Frosties. But see if you hit me with just like cornflakes, then again they can just get in the bin.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not a muesli guy then, no?
What do you think?
Okay. Sardines.
Do you know what? See, I don't. I've got another life rule, right?
Go on.
I don't mind. No, it's no for because I feel bad for eating it, right? But see if it still if it still looks like I can see its eyes, then I'm probably not going to eat it.
looking into your soul.
Aye, it's not because I feel sorry for the fish dying and all that kind of veganism nonsense. I just don't want to eat something's eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, see if you kind of present it nicely and it doesn't smell like sardines, then I'll go for it.
Fish and chips.
I mean, I've done a whole series on it, so I've probably...
Yeah, how dare you cannot say they're overrated.
Do you know, though, but see, after, like, literally, so we done, I think it was 10 episodes, and then we done 4 episodes in a row, so like, we batch filmed them, and we done it in 3 days as well, and see, by the end of that 3 days, I could not stand fish and chips.
Oh, just the smell of them.
Oh my god, it was just eating oil and grease and fat, just constantly for 3 days, which usually sounds like a nice day, but I couldn't. That trip really ended me.
Way too much. Spam.
Oh, do you know what? Overrated. Spam is disgusting.
Oh, that's a knife to the heart. That's a knife to the heart.
It's just, see when you take it out of the tin and it's like gloppy.
I mean, yeah. See, I'm a little bit of a fan of it, but I understand that it looks like dog food. I understand that.
Do you know, I think, see like the sardines, see if it was presented nicely.
So if you had spam with a little bit of dressing and a little bit of...
some caviar on the side, I think I might go for it then, aye.
And a little mint leaf on the top. Haggis.
No, because I'm Scottish, I'm legally contracted to say it's overrated.
Okay, is there a... Wait, what?
Exactly.
Wait, what?
No, think this through.
Whoa.
Think it through.
Okay.
Now, if I say it's underrated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else that isn't in Scotland is going to go out there and buy it.
Okay.
Haggis might not last forever. There might be one day where there's no haggis. We, the Scottish people, need to pretend that it's horrible. So if we tell, for example, an Englishman like yourself, Matt, that haggis is bogging and horrible, you won't like, oh, it's disgusting, it's sheep intestines, it's disgusting, then you won't buy it, and then there's more for us. So it's sorted. It's overrated, don't buy it.
The thing is, though, Darren, I've tried haggis, and it is gorgeous.
Do you know what we're going to build a wall of spam?
Spam haggis.
We're going to make you pay for it.
Right, the final one. Deep fried Mars bar.
Do you know, again, this isn't for the please don't buy it reason. This is just because you just shouldn't really eat it. A bit overrated. Because it's just... Do you know, there is better things that you could deep fry. Like 100%, there is better things than a Mars bar.
Brussels sprouts?
That's not an example.
No, you're wrong.
Bacon, for example, is a good thing to deep fry. But I feel like a deep fried Mars bar just isn't that tasty.
No, that's fair. It's just, yeah, fair enough. Well, there we go. We've come to the end of another episode of Reality Check. Have you enjoyed yourself, Dazza?
I've loved every second.
Fantastic. Well, thank you ever so much to my guest, Dazza, of the hit show Does It Fry. This is now a chance for you to plug anything you've got coming up. Tell the people, tell the listeners what you've got going on soon after coronavirus is gone.
Well, hopefully, and I say hopefully in brackets because it's a massive hopefully. We're hopefully doing a live show in Glasgow on the 6th of June. It was originally scheduled for the 21st of March, but obviously this coronavirus nonsense has postponed it to June. So hopefully in June we'll do a live show. If you want a ticket, I don't know, send me a message or something.
There you go. Anybody out there wants to send a message. Tell him how much you love Brussels sprouts, and then he'll definitely give you a ticket.
Oh no, then I'll definitely block
Well, thank you guys for listening and clicking on this episode. You'll hear from me very soon on season 2 of Reality Check.